Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are well and safe. First of all, if you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed till now, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any opportunity from channel itself. Well, in this video we are going to discuss some of the most important Python interview questions with answer, okay, which are very important exam points of view and also interview points of view. Okay guys, so let's start with the first question. And question number 1 is, what is Python? What are the benefit of using Pythons? Now let's see the answers. And answers: Python is a programming language with objects, modules, threads, exceptions and automatic memories managements. The benefit of Pythons are that it is simple and easy, portable, extensible, built-in data structures, and it is open source. Okay, now let's see the question number 2. And question number 2 is, what are the different use of Pythons? Now let's see the answers. Web developments, data science including machine learnings, data analysis and data visualization descriptions. Okay, now let's move to the question number 3. Okay, and question number 3 is, what is PEP 8? Okay, let's see the answers. And answers are, PEP 8 is a coding conventions, a set of recommendations about how to write your Python code more readables. Okay, now let's move to the question number 4. And question number 4 is, what is pickling and unpicklings? Okay, let's see the answers. And answers are, pickle module accepts any Python objects and converts it into a string representations and dump it into a file by using dump function. This process is called pickling. Okay, and while the process of retrieving original Python object from the stored strings representations is called unpickling. Okay, now let's move to the question number 5. And question number 5 is, how Python is interpreted. Okay, let's see the answers. And answers are, Python language is an interpreted language. Python programs run directly from the source code. It converts the source code that is written by the programmers into an intermediate language, okay, which is again translated into machine that has to be executed. Okay, now let's move to the question number 6. And question number 6 are, what are the tools that help to find bugs or perform static analysis? Okay, now let's see the answers. And answers are, PyChecker is a static analysis tool that detects the bugs in Python source code and warns about the style and complexity of the bugs. PyInt is another tools that verify whether the module meets the coding standards. Okay, now let's move to the question number 7. And question number 7 is, what are the Python decorators? Okay, now let's see the answers. And answers are, a Python decoders is a specific change that we make in Python syntax to alter function easily. Okay, now let's move to the question number 8. And question number 8 is, what is the difference between list and tuple? Okay, let's see the answers. Our difference between list and tuple is that list is multiple while tuple is not. Okay, tuple can be hashed, for examples, as a key of dictionaries. Okay, now let's move to the question number 9. And question number 9 is, how are argument passed by value or by reference? Okay, now let's see the answers. And answers are, everything in Python is an object and all variable hold reference to the objects. Okay, the reference value are according to the functions. Okay, as a result you can change the value of the reference. However, you can change the object if it is mutables. Okay, now let's move to the question number 10. And question number 10 is what is disk and list comprehension are. Now let's see the answers. And answers are they are syntax constructions to ace the creations of a dictionary or list based on executing iterables. Okay, now let's move to the question number 11. And question number 11 is what are the built-in type does Python provides. Okay, let's see the answers. And answers are they are mutable and immutable type of Python's built-in types. Mutable built-in types are list, sets, dictionaries, and immutable built-in types string, tuples, numbers. Okay, now let's move to the question number 12. And question number 12 is what is namespace in Python. Okay, let's see the answers. And answers are in Python every name introduced has a place where it lives and can be hooked for. Okay, this is known as namespace. It is like a box where a variable name is mapped to the object place. Whenever the variable is searched out, this box will search to get corresponding object. Okay, now let's move to the question number 13. And question number 13 is what is lambda in Python. Okay, let's see the answers. It is a single expression anonymous functions often used as inline function. Okay, now let's move to the question number 14. And question number 14 is why lambda forms in Python does not have a statement. Okay, let's see the answers. A lambda form in Python does not have a statement as it is used to make new function object. Okay, and then return them at runtimes. Okay, now let's move to the question number 15. And question number 15 is what is pass in Python. Let's see the answers. And answers are pass means no operation Python statements. Okay, no operation Python statement, or in other words it is a placeholder in compound statements where there should be all bland left and nothing has to be written there. Okay, now let's move to the question number 16. And question number 16 is in Python what are iterators. Okay, let's see the answers. And answers are in Python iterators are used to iterate a groups of elements containers like list. Okay, now let's move to the question number 17. And question number 17 is what is unit test in Python. Okay, unit test in Python, let's see the answer. A unit testing framework in Python is known as unit test. Okay, a unit testing framework in Python is known as unit tests. Okay, it support sharing of setups, automation testing, shutdown code for tests, aggregation of tests into collection, etc. Okay, now let's move to the question number 18. And question number 18 is in Python what is slicing. Let's see the answers. And answers are a machining to select a range of items from sequence type like list, tuple, string, etc. is known as slicing. Okay, now let's move to the question number 19. And question number 19 is what are generator in Python. Okay, let's see the answer. The way of implementing iterators are known as generator. Okay, the way of implementing iterators are known as generator. It is a normal function except that is yield expressed in the function. Okay, now let's move to the question number 20. And question number 20 is what is docstring in Python. Let's see the answers. A Python documentation string is known as docstring. It is a way of documenting Python functions, modules and classes. Okay, now let's move to the question number 21. Okay, and question number 21 is how can you copy an object in Python? Okay, let's see the answer. To copy an object in Python, you can try dot copy and dot deep copy. For the general case, you can't copy all object but most of them. Okay, now let's move to the question number 22. And question number 22 is what is negative index in Python? Let's see the answer. In Python, sequence can be indexed in positive and negative numbers. Okay, for positive index, 0 is the first index, 1 is the second index and so forth. For negative index, -1 is the last index and -2 is the second last index, so the fourth. Okay, now let's move to the question number 23. And question number 23 is how can you convert a number to a string? Okay, let's see the answer. In order to convert a number into a string, use the inbuilt function str. Okay, if you want to octal to hexadecimal representation, use the inbuilt function octa or hex. Okay, now let's move to the question number 24. And question number 24 is what is the difference between x range and range? Let's see the answer. And answers are x range returns the x range object while range returns the list. Okay, means x range returns the x range object. Okay, while range returns the list, and use the same memory and no matter what the same memory and no matter what the range size is. Okay, now let's move to the question number 25. And question number 25 is what is module and package in Python? Okay, let's see the answer. In Python, module is the way to structure programs. Okay, each Python program file is a module like object and attributes. The folder of Python program is a package of module. Okay, a package can have module or subfolder. Okay, now let's move to the question number 26. And question number 26 is mention what are the rules for local and global variable in Python. Okay, let's see the answer. And answers are a local variable. Okay, if a variable is assigned a new value anywhere within the function's body, it's assumed to be local variable. But in case of global variable, okay, those variables that are only referred inside a functions are implicitly global variables. Okay, now let's move to the next question. And question number 27, how can you share global variable across modules? Okay, now let's see the answer. To share global variable across modules within a single programs, create a special modules. Import the config module in all module of your applications. The module will be available as a global variable across modules. Okay, now let's move to the question number 28. Explain how to delete a file in Python. Okay, may interviewer ask this type of question. And question number 28 answers are by using a command os.remove file or os.unlink and file name. Okay, now let's move to the question number 29. Okay, explain how can you generate random numbers in Python. Okay, let's see the answer. To generate random numbers in Python, you need to import command as import randoms random.randoms. This return a random floating point numbers in the range 0 or 1. Okay, now question number 13. Explain how can you make a Python script executable on Unix. Okay, Let's see the answer. To move a Python script executable in Unix, you need to do things. You need to do two things. Okay. First, a script file mode must be executable, and the second, the first line must begin with has. Okay. Users local bean Python. Okay. Now let's move to the question number 31. And question number 31 is explain how can you access a module written in Python from C. Okay, let's see the answer. You can access a module written in Python from C by following methods. Module equal py import module. Okay, and you have to mention in open and close tag module name also. Okay, now let's move to the question number 32. And question number 32 is mention the use of operator in Python. Okay, let's see the answer. It is a floor division operators. It is used to divide two operators with the result as quotient showing only digit before the decimal points. For instance, 10 by 5 equal to 2 and 10.0 divided by 5 equal to 2.0. Okay, now let's move to question number 33. Mention the use of the split function in Python. Let's see the answer. The use of a split function in Python is that it's break a string into short string using the define specters. Okay, define separator. Okay, it gives a list of all words present in the strings. Okay, now let's move to the question number 34. Explain what is Flask and its benefit. Okay, we have to explain Flask and its benefit. Let's see the answer. Flask is part of the micro frameworks, which means it will have title to do dependencies on external libraries. Okay, it makes the framework light work, whether it little dependency to update and less security bugs. Okay, now let's move to the question number 35. And question number 35 is mention what is the difference between Django, Pyramid, Flask. Okay, let's see the answer. Flask is a micro frameworks primarily built for small applications with simpler requirements. In Flask, you have to use external libraries. Flask is ready to use. And now let's discuss with the Pyramid. Pyramid are built for large applications. It provides flexibility and lets the developer use the right tools for their project. The developers can choose the database, URL structure, templating styles, and more. Pyramid is heavy configurables, and like Pyramid, Django can also used for large application. It include an ORM. Okay. Now let's move to the question number 36. Mention what is Flask, WTF, and what are their features. Let's see the answer. Flask WTF offers simple integrations with WTF forms. Features include for Flask WTF are, and let's see the features. Integration with WTF forms, secure from with SCRF tokens, global SCRF protections, internationalized integrations, reCAPTCHA supporting file upload that works with Flask upload. Okay, now let's move to the question number 37. Explain how you can access season in Flask. Okay, let's see the answer. A season basically allow you to remember information from one request to another. In a Flask, it uses a signed cookies so the users can look at season contents and modify. Okay, the user can modify the season if only if has the secret key Flask. Okay, secret key. Okay, and question number 38. Explain what is Dog fill effects. How can you prevent this effect? Okay, we have to explain about dog fill effect. And dog fill effect is referred to the event when cache expires and websites are hit by the multiple requests made by the client at the same time. This effect can be prevented by using semaphore lock. In this system, when value expires, first process acquires the lock and starts generating new values. Okay.